Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to check out Polygon's price chart, and I think our bullish scenario pretty much is confirmed, and now we are absolutely allowed to be extremely optimistic. If you remember, in the previous video in Polygon, we were right around here, and I was saying this is kind of a daily area of demand, so let's hope that we're not going to get a break of this level, and I think I said this can be an impulse, which is a great sign, but right around the 21.5 cents area, we did create a very small gap. So I believe I said we're going to get probably a move down and fill the gap, and then we are going to hopefully get a very strong move on the upside. And I'll be honest with you, at that time, I wasn't really sure whether we are going to get a very strong move or not. But as you can see, we definitely got it. Now, did we reach to about the 21.5 cents region or not? As you can see, the answer is absolutely yes. So I'm gonna say we really do not have any unfinished business around here. Now, having said that, that doesn't mean that we're not going to, at one point at least in Polygon, get a move on the downside. No, we can absolutely get a move down. Question is, can we get our move starting from the current point, or before that, we're gonna go maybe like just a bit higher. Now, if you remember, couple of videos back, I said right in here in Polygon, I'm opening a long position because I still believe this is a correction structure down and not an impulse. And after it's over, we're going to have another move on the upside. And I'm hoping on a higher degree, we're going to be able to have a beautiful clear cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What happened to that position? I still have it open, and I don't really think that I'm going to get out of it right around the current area. Why is that? Sure, maybe you are able to find a complete 5 wave to about this high or here, but if I just hide everything, okay, in this move up in Polygon, have we taken the highest high in here about 26.5 cents? The answer is absolutely not. Now, don't get me wrong, there is this thing called in Elliott's waves a truncated wave 5. So it is possible that maybe we're not going to take this high, and from here we're going to get a move down, but this is the key. Truncated waves are actually quite rare. So at least that scenario is not going to be my primary case. And if it's not, okay, what's happening in the short term? So you see, it is unbelievably easy for me to say this is 1, this is 2, and then 5 up to about here into wave 3, correction for 4, another move on the upside into wave 5, and this is into this larger to give wave 5, and now let's get a move down. When you look at this chart from like a zoom out point of view, again, it's very easy to say that. However, when you zoom in a bit more, okay, finding the sub waves are in here a bit of a challenge. Why? Because I'm thinking this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up to about this point, correction down. This is another beautiful 5 wave on the upside. This is correction down, and yet another 5 wave up. So basically, I'm saying maybe this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to about this point, and let's just delete the waves in here. Okay, and on a higher degree, maybe this white 5 wave up is actually going to be into this wave 3, and this whole move down can be a correction for 4, and after it's over, we may see another good move up into wave 5, and at that point, you know what, fair enough, we have completed all the right structures, and maybe it is going to be time to have a relatively good move on the downside. That is absolutely possible, and if we get that move, we shouldn't be bearish at all. Okay, this is the main point of today's update, because now we are able to identify a very clear 5 wave on the upside off of the lowest low about, let's just hide everything, let's say like 15.5 cents. Okay, that means we can say number 1, the final low is in. Number 2, the trend most likely has changed. And number 3, we are bullish with a lot of confidence. 5 waves on the upside, trust me, do not really get any more clear than this. That's why overall I am optimistic in Polygon. Now, let's go on 15-minute time frame. Okay. Question is, can we say from here we're going to get a move up? I think you need to pay attention to what is happening in MACD specifically. What do we have? This is a high, and let's just do this. As you can see, by like a very small margin, this is a higher high. However, in MACD, we are having a high. The other one is clearly a lower high. So this is a bit of a beautiful bearish divergence for you, and here is the line for it. Now, pay attention. A bearish divergence by itself, sure, is a negative sign suggesting maybe bulls are kind of running out of power. However, If you want to argue our move up is not over, okay, what you want to see is a break of the divergence line, because number one, that is going to invalidate the divergence, and number two, most likely at that point we're going to get a rather sharp move on the upside. Okay, in most cases when we get a break of the divergence line, the negative divergence, you are going to see something like that happen. So again, if you are a believer on a continuation of this short-term move up in Polygon, and I am kind of a believer, okay, you just have to see a break of the divergence line. Now, if we are going to continue this move, what can be a likely target for it? You see, sure, there is kind of an area of supply in here, and recently, yes, we have absolutely hit it, but I think we're gonna go higher to where? To around this important area of supply from weekly and daily time frame at the same time, and I'm thinking at least we can get to about like the lower band of it around the 29.5 cents region. So this move, I'm gonna say, can continue for another 20%, and if it doesn't, and for example we get maybe something like this, at that point we're gonna make new updates and see what is happening. But for now, this is not really my base case. Let's get another good move up, and then I'm going to be open to some deep moves on the downside. That's absolutely fine. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Polygon's chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.